In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do this fun cards-inspired spring card. As you can see here, I saw this card in the March 2010 Cards magazine and loved the layout and recreated it using all Stampin' Up! Products. Now, first thing we're going to do is to take the elements you need for your card. So I've got a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 card. I've got a 5 1/8 by 5 1/8 piece of Pink Passion cardstock, and then a 5 by 5 piece of So Saffron cardstock. So what I'm going to do is start by sticking my So Saffron designer paper to my Pink Passion cardstock using my Snail adhesive. And I'm then going to stick my Pink Passion cardstock to my chocolate chip card front, once again using Snail. So to create this chocolate chip card, I took a piece of cardstock that was 5 1/4 by 10 1/2, and then scored it at 5 1/4 and folded it in half to get a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch card. I'm now going to use a piece of designer paper that is 2 inches high by 4 3/4 inches, and this is from the Petal Party Simply Scrappin' Kit. And I'm going to take my scissors, and what I want to do is to create a fringe. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. And to create my fringe, as you can see, I'm just simply taking my scissors and I'm making small snips that are about 1/8 of an inch apart. So once you have your fringe created, you can see it like this, I'm just going to gently curl it with my finger. And I just want to pull it just a little bit so that the fringes show. So once that's done, you can go ahead and grab your card front, and I'm just going to zoom out again a little bit. And I'm going to put some Snail adhesive on the back of this, and then center and stick it along the bottom edge of my So Saffron designer paper. So it looks like so. So the next thing I want to do is add a rub-on greeting. So to do that, I'm using my chat room rub-ons, and what I want to do is to select my greeting, and then I'm cutting out both the backing and the rub-on itself with my scissors. And then I don't need the backing, it's just the actual rub-on. So now, in order to help me align it straight, I'm just going to take my ruler, and this is just an acrylic graph ruler, and I'm going to line it up with the bottom of my DP. That looks about right. And then once I'm happy with the placement, I just want to press it down with my fingers, and I'm going to turn this on its side and grab my popsicle stick. So make sure you hang on to the transfer portion so that it doesn't shift as you're rubbing. And then you're holding your popsicle stick on a 45-degree angle, and you just want to rub. And as the rub-on leaves the transfer sheet and goes onto your DP, what'll happen is that it'll start to look a little bit opaque. Now to peel it off, I'm going to hang on to my transfer sheet, or hang on to my transfer sheet, and then just grab the corner of it with my tweezers and gently pull it away like that. So now what I need is some old olive ribbon. And I just cut a few pieces. And my first one is 3 3/4 inches, and my second piece is 3 inches. And what I want to do is to place Snail adhesive completely on the back of my ribbon. So I'm just running my Snail adhesive all over my ribbon like so. And then I'm going to align it with the bottom of my DP and then just stick it like so. So then I want to do the exact same thing for my second piece of ribbon. And then I'm going to put it about 1 1/4 inches to the right of the other piece like that. So the next thing I have are some flowers from the Flower Fusion kit. And I have some ribbon leaves, which I'm going to show you how to make in a moment. So first thing that I want to do is to just layer my Flower Fusion. And I've got a small pink, and I'm placing a large pink brad through it. Then I've got a medium-sized orange flower and a large-sized pink flower. And so once I've got my brad threaded through, I'm just going to open it up in the back, then grab a Stampin' Dimensional, stick it to the back of that, making sure I stick it directly to the metal portion. And then I want to stick that flower onto my card. And then I'm going to take my medium orange rhinestone brad, and these are both from the Fire Circle rhinestone brad collection. And I'm going to open this one on the back, and this one I'm going to stick with a mini glue dot. So I'm just going to press that right to my mini glue dot to pick up the mini glue dot, and then I'm going to stick that right to the other ribbon. Now, for my stem, for the stems for the smaller flower, I cut two 1.5 inch pieces of ribbon, and then for the flowers, or for the leaves for the larger flower, I cut two 2-inch pieces of ribbon. And I simply took one end of the ribbon, pressed it to a mini glue dot, and then picked up the mini glue dot like so. I then simply folded my ribbon in half to create my leaf, and then you trim it. So you can see I've done that for all 4. So now what's left is just sticking these to my flower. So I'm picking up a mini glue dot, and I've got one stuck down. Oops. And here I've got my other one, and I'm just going to tuck that a little bit under the first, like so. And then I'm now going to stick a smaller one, and then grab a smaller mini glue dot like so. Like that. And there you have it. Your card is done. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I look forward to stamping with you again.